Everyone, I'm working on this maths quiz app using MIT App Inventor. So let me show you the demo here. Okay, now you can see this is our app. Your score right now is 0, and you can see the 1 into multiplied by 18 equal, and you need to put your answer and you need to submit this. Here we have done the dynamic thing, like every time you submit your answer, this is not something like a static. You will only get the plus or minus only. You will get all type of questions like minus, plus, divide, every type of questions. Okay. So let's put the answer here first, 80, and submit this. See the correct and the score is 10. This background color is green right now. Let me put the wrong answer, 8 plus 7. Right now, the question is 8 plus 7. So let's put 16 is the wrong answer. So let's submit this. You can see wrong answer, try again, and the question is same. Now let's try to put the correct answer, 15, and submit this. You can see the score is 20 now and the correct, and you have the another question like this. So this is the really amazing app. It's a maths quiz app. I created with the help of App Inventor. So let's create a maths quiz app. So click on new project, and my project name is maths quiz. Okay, so here we have a screen. So I'm going to just drag and drop here the layout. Okay, so vertical arrangement like this, and make this width and height is fill parent like this. I need here some buttons. Okay, so click on user interface and just drag and drop one button. And I need one text box, okay, to put the answer. And I need one label to display the question. Yes. Now we have that label where we are going to display our question. So I'm going to just make that label is like suppose 2 plus 3 like this. And I need to make sure that that font size is at least 30. Okay. And I need to make sure that text box should be the width is 70%. And the button is also width is 70% like this. And now we need to make all the thing in a center like this. Cool. Now this is our app. Now I'm going to use here one website to get a color for our app theme. Okay, we're going to use this color theme, or let's try some other. So I'm going to use this theme. Okay, so let's use this theme. So I'm going to use this as a background color of our app. So vertical arrangement, and change the background color of this app to something like this. Okay, like this. Cool. Now we have this button also. So I'm going to just change that button, this one background color. Change the background color, select and paste that value here like this. Now we need to change the font size to something as like 20. Okay, and that button name is something like submit. Okay, submit like this. I need to change that text color to the white. That will look good. Okay, cool. And make it font bold like this. Or you can just change this to something, this one. I mean, just try this if this will work as a text color. Okay, so let's try this if this is working. No, not at all. So let's try this white. It's fine. Cool. Now we have that font. So I'm going to just change this also to text white. This. Cool. Now this is our design. Okay. Now I need to display the score here. Okay. Now I need here one label. Okay, to display the score. So first let's add here the label to say here your score, something like this. Make sure that is also 25 something, and font bold, and that should be, we can change this, just with this should be fill parent like this, and make the content in a center like this, and change the background color of this. So you can just change it to something like this, or you can just get a color from here also, like this one. Let me just try this one, like this. Okay, your score, right? So I need to add here one more label like this. And here I'm going to just display the 0 as a score, and make sure font size is 30 like this. Okay, font bold, and change that color to the white like this, right? So this is our score. I'm going to use one more label to have some thin layer here, okay, in the design. So remove the text from this, and you can just use here the dots, right? Like this. Okay, so just copy paste like this. So I'm going to just change that to 20 and just change that background Cool. So this is one thin line. This is your question. This is the answer. Okay, you need to put here and you need to submit this, right? I'm going to use here one label. Okay. So what I'll do here, so I'm going to use one label. I'm going to use this label and that will display the answer is correct or not. So in the width, fill width like this, make sure the text in the center and change that color here to nothing for now, and me just change is like answer like this. Okay, make sure this is 20 and the text color is white like this. Now what we'll do here, if the answer is correct, then we will display here the correct and we will change the background color of this label to the green. If the answer is incorrect, so we will display here the red background color and make it as a wrong answer, or try again something text here. So this is our design part. Cool. Now let's turn the block coding here. So how we can do this? It's simple, go to the block. So here's two method to create this math quiz. So you can use here, this is as a plus, right? So you can use the random questions, only the addition. Okay, so that's going to be easy, but we're going to make it as a more advanced. So we're going to add here the multiple sign. Okay, so how we can do this? So it's very simple. Go to the block. First of all, what we need to do here, we need to display the question. This is the most important thing, right? So here, some components like first is 2 is our first value, plus this is the another sign, this is the another value, and 3 is the another value, and equal is the text. And we need to get an answer in the backend to check if the answer is correct or wrong, right? So first of all, let's go to the block and create a variables here and initialize the variables like x value. Okay, x value. Okay, x value means this is the first 2 is x. Okay, and I'm going to just define this value for now is as a 0. Okay, like this. I'm going to just create another variable to as a y value. Okay, and I need to create here one more variable to assign a sign. Okay, so this is a sign. In a sign, I'm going to just define here the text, and I'm going to just define as a plus for a default. I need to create one list also, and that list something like click on the list and you can see make a list. Why we are creating a list? List is something we need to store all the plus, minus, multiplication and the addition value. Okay, so signs. So I'm going to just copy paste like this. Make sure you just click on the setting icon like this and just add item here like this, and just add all these sign here like this. And now we know that plus, minus, multiplication, like you can add more sign here, right? Like this. Now we need to make a list. So initialize variable and just say here is a list, sign list. Okay, like this. Now we need to display the quotient in this label, right? In the label 1. Let's go to the design. So how we can do this? It's very simple. So we are going to create here one procedure. So why we are creating the procedure? Procedure is something you can call this function anywhere or anytime, right? So I'm going to just create one procedure here, and first of all, I need to set a value. So what is the value? Value means x is a value right now, is currently 0. But when someone initialize our app, whenever someone opens our app, we need to assign the value. So click on maths, you can see the random integer. From 1 to, you can just assign it 20 like this. And I need to assign the x value and the y value both like this. Okay. Now we need to assign the sign also, right? So how we can do this? So this is the sign, right? So set global sign. Now click on the list and you'll see here the option of random. Pick a random item from a list. And which list? Sign list. Cool. Now we have all value. Now we need an answer, right? Now this is the procedure, right? Now we need to use here the condition. Okay. So let's use the condition if else. Why we are using condition? Because we need to display the question and we need to set the value first. Okay. And whenever this procedure will call, so what will happen? Suppose we call this procedure on the screen initialization. Okay. When the screen will initialize and call this procedure like this. Okay. So what will happen? Once the screen will initialize, that will set a global value x is a random from here, y as random, and sign. Okay. Now we need to calculate the value also. Suppose that choose the 2 and y value is 2 and the sign is supposed plus. So 2 plus 2 is 4. But how that will calculate? So according to the sign, if the sign value is plus, then that will calculate. Okay? How we can do this? So it's very simple. I'm going to use here. So logic and call it here. If the global sign, we all know that. Okay, make sure this is the wrong here. Not a sign list, it's a sign. Make sure this is the sign. Okay, we can't assign as a the item as a list. This is the sign variable. Sorry for that. So we need to assign as a sign. So if the sign we have defined here, sign is like this. Okay, so if the global sign value like this, okay, is plus, right? Then we need to do simple task is like need to calculate both value. Okay, so how we calculate? Like maths, because if the sign is plus, then we need to calculate like this. So we know that the global x value get x value, okay, like this, that we have assigned here, and same is like y. But we need to assign one more variable here to the answer variable. Okay, so that will store our answer. So variable in a slice, and you can say the answer like this. And that is something you can just say here for now 0. Cool. Now set answer like this here and just calculate like this. Fantastic, right? Now we need to use same like else if, and else, right? So if the global sign is minus, then simply copy paste this, call it here, but make sure the maths is like -1, this one, call it here, and x y value. Okay, this is something we need to change. X plus y and x minus y like this. Cool. Now same thing again, like if the global sign is multiplication like this, then we need to call here the multiply like this. Okay, and simply copy paste this here and call it here like this. Okay, here, and we need to just call it x value here and the y value here like this. Okay, now if there is no plus minus multiplication, then most probably there is only one sign left, is the divide. So we could just call here the divide option like this. Okay, and just set global like this, call it here and like this. Okay, x divided by y like this. Fantastic. Now we have that processor. Now we need to display all these values, right, in a label. So how we can do this? So label one.text like this, and we all now know that text join. We need to set first. We need to set a x value. So we need to get a global x value like this. Okay, this is our x value. Then we need to get a one more string here like this. Okay, we need to get a y value, but before this we need one simple sign, right? So for that we need to get a sign value also. So get sign like this, global sign, then y value like this. Okay, and then at the end I just need a simple math. It's like simple is like equal like this. Cool. So this is our question, right? Now we have answer in global. Now we need to check if someone click on the button. When someone click on the button, it means when someone click on the submit button. So we need to check answer. If the answer is correct, we need to increase the score by 10. Okay. Now how we can do this? So it's very simple. So whenever someone click on the button, so button is button 1. Okay. So when someone click on button 1 like this, so what we need to do? We need to check answer, right? So go to the block, and first we need to get answer, right? So we all know that the answer in a global answer variable, right? We have assigned this, right? How? I can see the set global answer, right? This. Now we need to use simple condition. It's control if. Okay, and the logic you can just simply use this. If the global answer, this one global answer, we have set here this one global answer. So if the global answer value Oh no, not sad. We need to get this. We need to get this. If the global answer value is equal to the text box 1.text, this one, okay, then we need to increase the score by 10, and score value is level 3. So level 3 is, we have level 3 dot set text like this. So level 3 dot text, okay, it's maths, and you can see the option of plus like this, and we need to get a level 3 current value, okay. So level 3 dot text, no, this is the text box. Level 3 dot text is this. The current value right now is 0, and we will increase it by 10, okay, like this. Cool. So we have increased it by 10 if the answer is correct. And once the answer is correct, we need to change this also. You can see the answer, okay, level 5 value. So the level 5 is where is that level 5? This one. So set level 5 dot text is like something correct, okay. And need one more thing here. Copy paste set this not text as a background color like this, okay. So the background color, I need to change it to something green, right? So this is green. I need to make it, and I need just little bit like this green, like this. But make sure level 5, okay, this is white, right? So this is green. Now, if the answer is not correct, it means else. So simply, we just need to set level 5 dot text is wrong answer, like this, and you can say here, please try again, okay. And we need to set the level dot 5 dot background color to be red, like this. Cool. So till now we have completed these things, okay. Now how this will work? First of all, once the screen will initialize, that will display all the thing here, right? And this will display the question also. Once we submit the button, so that will increase the score. If the answer is not correct, then this will show us the warning, okay. So let's go to the design and let's see how this will look, okay. See, when you use the AI companion, right, especially this MacBook App Inventor companion, then your app will look different in a design, okay, because you have designed this for the Android version, okay. And so, okay, this is our app. Cool. You can see, you can just change this design. Make sure don't change the design. I'm changing that design. Hide is 5%. Hide is 5% just because to display that good in this emulator, not in the real app. Real app will look like this as it is, okay. So don't do all this thing. You can just change that. I'm just hiding the label and making the hide as like 5%. That is important because there is no any margin padding option in MIT App Inventor. I really don't like this thing, okay. So there should be, or you can make all the thing in a center also, like this, okay. You can see, nice. You can see the 14 and 12 and equal, right? Score is right now 0. So let's try to put the answer is 20, suppose, and submit. See, wrong answer, please try again. The background color is red. Now let's put the another answer. What the correct answer is? 26. Let's put it. See, correct. And the score is 10. Now when someone submit the answer, we need to blank this text box also, okay. So make sure this text box font size is also 20 at least, right? Or 25 maybe. And one more thing is like whenever someone submit the answer, okay, so we need to text box 1.text, this one, no matter if the answer is correct or wrong, okay, we just need to display it as none, like this, okay. Now go here, let me just refresh it. You can see 8 plus 7. Now 15 is good and submit. Correct. This, you can see now I can write again. Suppose another question is, oh, you can see the question is same, right? So let's just put submit, right? Now we need to change the question also because the question is same all the time. How we can do that? So it's very simple, very simple. How? Because we created a procedure, right? So we need to call this procedure if the answer is correct. Okay, like this. Now let's put the right 16, 16, 0, submit. Oh, 10, 90, 190 and submit. Wow, fantastic. So this is the overlap that we have created with the help of MIT App Inventor. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me in comment. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a nice day. Be safe. Bye-bye.